In one corner we have the Cameroonian sensation Joel Embiid, known for his agile footwork, towering height and deadly post moves. In the other corner we have the Serbian superstar Nikola Jokic, renowned for his incredible court vision, exceptional passing skills and versatile scoring ability. Tonight these two giants will go head to head in a battle for supremacy, and we're here to witness every minute of it. But as the title suggests, there's a twist in this story, and it involves Jokic exposing Embiid in ways that no one could have ever imagined. So buckle up and get ready to witness one of the most intense and exciting matchups of the season. By far, Joel Embiid versus Nikola Jokic is the NBA's top individual player rivalry right now. The top two MVP vote finishers over the last 2 years have been these two players, who are the greatest centers in the NBA. We're all getting ready and looking forward to this crucial game between Embiid and Jokic in round 2 only a few days ago. And yeah, I won't accuse anybody of dodging a player or losing heart, but the fact that Embiid didn't play was astonishing. Although I am aware of his leg issue, the timing and presentation of this were terrible. Only a few days ago he dropped 46 on Golden State, so the optics of him sitting out against the Joker are not good. You guys are probably sick of hearing me speak about the MVP competition amongst Embiid, Giannis and Jokic at this point, but I do have to point out that since Embiid was given the nickname the Joker, Joel and Nikola's chance of winning the award are not equal. Joel sitting out causes Kendrick Perkins, the greatest Jokic hater who had Embiid as MVP up until this moment, to reevaluate his whole argument. In non-shortened season, Embiid has missed a total of 14 games due to absences. That would be the second fewest games ever for an MVP, just like Bill Walton. Looking beyond Kendrick Perkins and to Embiid away from the floor, he recently made some remarks that made a lot of people sit up and take notice. Some claim that Embiid insulted Jokic and perhaps Giannis directly. He stated categorically that he does not need to stat pad to win MVP in his opening comment. Look at the numbers, they come effortlessly, and he could easily score 30 points a contest over a sustained period without inflating his stats. Fascinating. Nikola Jokic was hammered mercilessly for alleged stat padding as early as this month as a result of these statements and that stat padding story. And to be honest, I don't understand this line of attack against Jokic. I simply don't understand how the Joker of all individuals would be considered a stat padder. But maybe some other great players do it while playing against less well-known players. When examining the score by quarter, it is impossible to look at statistics for stat padding. Jokic averages 6.9 points in the first quarter, 5.6 in the second and 7.3 in the third, and 5.6 in the fourth. In most cases when a player is padding his stats, it's during a rout and their team is either winning or losing. Statistically, Jokic is most effective in the third quarter, and relying on scoring in the first 3 quarters is not stat padding. Sure, he sometimes made a basket in the last minutes of the game when up 20 points, dropped a dime and grabbed a rebound, but most nights he isn't padding his stats while up 25 points in the final minutes. Before I forget, the most intriguing staff heading I have recently seen, Washington was the first this year. Pleasantly, it was hilarious when he attempted to boost his numbers for rebounds on his basket, so late in the game it was completely unexpected. It was ridiculous. I would estimate that 95% of the time while looking at Jokic and being Giannis, these people aren't stat padding. Considering that I had a long conversation, Embiid's second jab at Jokic was rather evident. He focused on sophisticated statistics and defensive analytics, and look, Joey's making a decent argument right here. Basketball is not measured by metrics like Raptor per 75, Braun, PIPM, his inverse rating of shot creation or the like, and when it comes to defense there aren't any algorithms that can accurately predict a great defender. Furthermore, Joel believes that defensive metrics have no bearing on why he did not win MVP. One or two men have a little stronger case than in the previous 2 years and even this year. Looking at Giannis, it's rather straightforward. With Chris Middleton out, he's only playing 32.2 minutes while averaging 31, 12 and 6 on 55% shooting. With a record of 21-4 since the All-Star break, his club has the best record in the NBA overall and a record of 24-9 when he participates. That lacks sophisticated analytics and wacky statistics. Overall, Giannis makes a strong case for winning MVP. Even when considering Jokic and his argument, defensive measures and advanced numbers are meaningless to me. He is averaging 25, 12 and 10 on insane shooting splits. The fewest games Jokic has missed are 8, and when considering only his colleague, it is clear that the Joker has affected them. Even when taking individual players out of the equation, the whole Nuggets team consistently ranks number 1 in offensive metrics, including 4%, 3%, assists, and offensive rating. Joel said in the comment point blank, him not winning MVP or being first team All-NBA means he has no pressure this postseason. However, there may be significant pressure on such players to win honours and make All-NBA teams. Just reading this makes me wince because it's so repulsive. As for Embiid, he consistently asserts that he has no interest in winning MVP, but every year after the conclusion of the regular season, he makes statements like these to appeal to the voters' sympathy. The fact that Joel didn't win the playoffs should only increase the pressure on him this postseason. And the twisted logic that he doesn't want MVPs means that there's no pressure is so absurd it makes my head spin. The final thing I'd want to add is that Embiid is unquestionably a fantastic player. He is too fixated on the idea of an MVP and places an excessive amount of importance on the views and voters, and if you ask his Philadelphia teammates or supporters, they would like to see him in the conference finals. In contrast to the Joker, who made it in 2020, and Giannis, who won the chip in 2021, he hasn't done it yet in his career. This year, voters shouldn't choose an MVP based on pity, compassion or sympathy, instead of the finest narrative and feel-good tale. They should award it to the candidate who has the strongest argument. To complete the cycle, Kendrick Perkins, the greatest Jokic hater, voiced some very good points. However, if Embiid wins MVP, he will have missed 14 games in each of the previous 3 seasons. If you're talking about MVP availability, has to play a part in who wins the award. Judging by recent results, Jokic Denver's team has improved over the previous 6 games. The greatest victory during that time was defeating Giannis's in a healthy Bucks squad at home as opposed to Philadelphia, which has lost 4, unbelievably, of its last 5 games. Of course, Embiid sat out or avoided Jokic on Monday. At this point, I believe it's pretty obvious that Embiid's absence or injury may have cost him the MVP award, because like most years, he gets injured at the worst possible time and effectively sits out. Now, the most important part, it's time for you guys to have your say. So, who do you think won this matchup, Jokic or Embiid? Did Jokic truly expose Embiid, or was it just a matter of one player having a better game than the other? We want to hear your thoughts in the comment section below, and while you're at it, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to our channel for more exciting content like this. Thanks for watching guys, and we'll see you again in the next video. Bye for now.